Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, Desperation Road. So, kind of interested. Amazon, it's on Amazon. It's only 5.7 on IMDb, but only 501 people rated it so far. Mel Gibson's in it. Willa Fitzgerald. I know her from Reacher. I'm not sure what else. Ryan Hurst is in it. Garrett Hedlund is in it. I've seen him in a lot of things. Kat Foster rings a bell. Shiloh Fernandez, who I've seen in a lot of different things. So there's a lot of people I know in this, so that's kind of cool. Hour and 51 minutes long. It's about this woman and her daughter who get caught in a crossfire somewhere in Mississippi between whiskey, drugs, and guns or something like that, and revenge. I don't know. Whatever. Who knows? You can't tell on IMDb. That's why I watch them and I tell you at least what I think it's about. So let's do that. Stick around. I'll let you know. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of Desperation Road, and I have to say, it exceeded my expectations. You know, when it starts out, and I'll get into it a little bit more, but when it starts out, you think it's kind of your run-of-the-mill movie, kind of like they explained. But it's more. It's much more. Not much more, but it's more. Anyway, so Garrett plays Russell. Garrett Hedlund, alright, he plays Russell. He is just getting out of prison. Right? We don't know early on why he's in prison, but he's had a little stint in prison. His father is Mel Gibson, so he's coming home to him, who lives on a farm. You know, so he's just trying to get his life back together. As soon as he gets back into town, two guys rough him up and say he owes. Right? So you know that's a little bit of a story that's going to unfold throughout this hour and 51 minutes. Right? Like why was he in prison? And why are these guys, you know, saying he owes and stuff like that. Okay. Then we go to, her name in the movie sounded like Maven, but I was Mabin, M-A-B-E-N, but that's by Willa Fitzgerald, right? So she's the one with her daughter. She seems to be trucking or, you know, coming across somewhere like from out of state, coming in the Mississippi. This is where it all takes place, with her young daughter. And, you know, trying to make ends meet. They obviously, you know, they're wearing their dirty clothes, you know, trying to scrape up dollars here and there and food to get by while they're trying to get back to Mississippi. And so throughout this whole thing, the two of them eventually kind of intersect. And that's where, you know, things continue to transpire. I don't know what else, but yeah. So you got those backstories, right? And I was like, okay. So you got, and I think they do a great job of building out the depth in those characters. Ryan Hurst plays one of the thugs who beats up Russell in the beginning of the movie. Like I said, you know, they rough him up and say, "You owe me." They go into his backstory, which I felt was like, wow, okay. Normally, we're just going to know about these two people, and that's all we care about. Everybody else is a side character. Not so fast. We got a little extra insight there. And, you know, even some of the other people in town, really, I guess the other, so Russell's friend is a cop, so they got a little bit of a backstory that they do a great job of bringing out. So I think a lot of times, you know, they only have enough time to really go in deep with the main character or main characters. In this case, they did all of the characters, I think, a pretty justice. I think maybe Mel Gibson as a father, I don't know, there's a little piece there that they didn't dive into, but that's okay. You know, I can't get the backstory on everybody. You know, might as well be a TV show then. So I liked all that, right? I liked the time that they take to make us either like or dislike these characters. And it wasn't on my phone at all. So take it that far. Now we got all these characters. We got a little bit of story going on. You know, that's at the point where I'm thinking to myself, okay, very similar. You know, she's a damsel in distress. He's a, I don't know if that's appropriate. Well, she's you know, she's running on hard times, right? Trying to make ends meet. And here's an ex-convict coming out, you know, who has changed his life, although he has a little bit of trouble. They're gonna intersect, right? I mean, you could easily write what this story is going to unfold as. Okay? There's plenty of them very similar. Well, it's not everything. What did he say? He said, "Don't judge a book by its cover." He was showing her like this barn and the bathrooms. Don't judge a book by its cover. So yeah, so that's at that point where I thought, okay, this is what's going to happen, kind of thing. Not so much predictable, but felt very familiar to me. That's not the case. And what they ended up doing, I thought was pretty interesting, and it unfolds and made me really enjoy the film a lot better. And I can't say any more than what I'm saying because I want you to enjoy the pieces that I enjoyed. I enjoyed the acting. I enjoyed the characters. I liked the plot, and I thought they and I thought that was going to be it. It's going to be a 5, maybe. But no, this is actually a 6. I don't know if I'd say a 7, but you can tell how much I enjoyed it that much, is because they didn't just make a movie and be like, yeah, here's a couple of new characters, they're all going to do the same thing, and you're either going to like it or not, but somebody's going to watch it, right, like me. But what I'm saying is, it's worth the watch. Don't judge the book by the cover, and I thought, I'm excited for it. So there you go. That's it. I'm not going to ramble on anymore. Not going to do any spoiler alerts. Go check it out. If you like these kinds of people, these actors, and this storyline. It's worth it. Alright, that's it. Thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.